Hello, I'm back. It's me, Eva, troublemaker in charge. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, so it's been a while before I go anywhere with this, since I have made any YouTube videos or done anything pretty much because of my own life. I have things myself I need to work on. I believe everybody, should work on themselves first before they worry about all the other problems of the world and everyone else, right? Well, my heart is always open to helping other people and to helping everyone just the same, as all of you followers know. So, today, I'm going to break into the whole political thing that's going on right now. People are saying that there's been a lot of bad things that have been happening in the political realm. I'm going to pause this plane. Stinking airplanes. I live close to Boeing Field and I'm outside, so, Anyways, so the political stuff that's going on, the corruption in the Bernie Sanders election and all of the votes and everything like that. There's hearsay here and there about everything that's going on. Either way, if you're not looking at it, you are completely ignorant to it. You need to be looking at it. There's so much corruption going on in the voting system. It's absolutely insane. So the media is always trying to press people towards certain votes. Always has been, and it probably always will, no matter what we do, right? No matter where we go with this world, no matter what we do, the media will press to impress people with a certain political party or a certain peoples as a whole. Okay, racism. Has anybody looked at the racism between the two candidates we have right now that are the major candidates? Anybody looked at that? How about we start looking back at Bernie? I mean, he hasn't left the election. He's still there. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he just stopped his campaign. That's all he did. He's got nothing else to say. What else is he going to say? He said what needed to be said. That's why he has stopped his campaign. He didn't do it for any other reason, people. Really, he didn't. He has nothing else to say. I mean, the way that things are going... With the way things are going, it's going to be one of two really bad candidates that we are going to have as a president right now, as we speak. So, the only thing that we can do at this point, other than still voting for Bernie on the ballots and still, putting your choices to the ballots to Bernie, he still has his GOP votes. He still has, just keep going with it. No matter if he loses or not. Just keep going with it if you can. If you can still vote in the primaries, do it. I completely, if you're gonna vote and you're not racist, you're not against transgender people, the LGBT community, and you're not against people living as themselves and being who they feel they need to be and who they are, then you need to not vote for one of the two candidates. If you haven't been listening to what's been said, it's just absolutely insane, the things that are being said by Hillary and the things that are being said by Trump. They're both coming out with really racist things, really bad things against the LGBT communities, really bad things against trans lives. I mean, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Do you guys really think that if we have judges that instill the old home values of American tradition, you really think that the LGBT community is going to be safe at any point in time? If we start enforcing judges and putting people into office that are not going to enforce LGBT community activism and lives, that's going to put a big damper on who we are still to this day. Everything that breaks down, if you are racist and you hate a certain race for being a certain race because they are who they are, then I think there's an issue there. You might want to look you might want to look at who you are and what you're doing with your life and where you're going with that. I mean, because honestly, if you're racist, you honestly don't believe that trans lives matter and that, you know, black lives matter and that people themselves, they do matter. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the whole Black Lives Matter is not real. I'm also, you know, I'm just not going to enforce the whole all lives matter thing. That'll be a different video, a different day. But if you guys don't understand it, you need to look up why you don't say all lives matter and why you say Black Lives Matter, because there's a huge difference there. And Black Lives Matter, you know, the one thing I've been hearing a lot is it's a terrorist group. If you guys have ever even looked at the existence and why it was brought up, why Black Lives Matter was ever even created. So anyway, to get back to it, if you guys have never looked up why they created Black Lives Matter, it was because of the Trayvon Martin case. If you guys don't remember that case, it was a kid who, you know, got killed. And the guy actually got charged, you know, and that's how Black Lives Matter was created. It was created to equalize black lives because Black Lives Matter. Now, just because there are people that are part of that group that are hurting other people because of what's going on out of rage and anger does not mean that the group as a whole is bad, or that they're a terrorist organization. You know, you got to look at what is and what's reality. The fact is that we are all people, and all lives, no matter what color, no matter what race, no matter who you are, no matter what disability you have, it does not mean that you're a lower class or a lower person than anyone else. Sorry, I keep having to pause the video because of airplanes. Anyways, so it doesn't mean that the entire group of people are terrorist organization or they're terrorists themselves. That is a crock of crap, okay? Understand something right now. The KKK, they were brought and organized and put together as a hate group to hate other people for the color of their skin. You do understand this, right? That's why they are a terroristic group. So if a group is created out of hate, for some reason, and they constantly hate a group of people as a whole, then they are a terrorist organization. Black Lives Matter was not created to hurt people or to hurt anyone, period. It was created out of peace and out of love. Now, another thing, to be totally honest with you, I will back up the fact, and so have many police officers, and I will until the day I die, and there's plenty of videos of officers on YouTube saying, and on Facebook, and all over the place, saying these exact words. If an officer is not following the law, and they are discriminating, or they are being racist against another person for their gender, race, religion, then they are not following their own law that they are supposed to be upholding. Do you understand that? They are breaking the law. And if they are breaking the law, they are not police officers or upholding their rights. So yes, you have a right to make a citizen's arrest or record and or do whatever you need to do. I've got no issue against that. If you're an officer and you're looking to harm a black person because they're black, I have no issue whatsoever with that black person making a citizen's arrest and fighting back. No problem with it. I wouldn't fight you. You could kill me. I don't believe in violence. But I do believe that if somebody feels like their life is threatened, they have every right to be a civilian. Just saying. So, these political parties, both of the political parties right now, are both completely racist. They both want to completely, if you ask me, I mean, if you look at all the signs, if you look at everything, they want to completely exterminate Black Lives Matter. They want to completely exterminate the LGBT community, and they want to go back to 1960s America. That's pretty much what they want. Sickening, really. They want to go back to government control, to rich people control, to when all of this shit started. And it's crap. We have to look at a moving forward America. That's what we have to look at. A progressing America. And it's not going to progress if there's hate and discrimination and racism. It just won't. That's not progression. That's going backwards. Progression is love and peace and unity between races, colors, genders, religions, and identities. That's all it is. That's all I got for today. Anyways, you know who I am. Eva. Peace out. Loves.